No matter what your current level of spoken English is, today I am going to share a powerful technique that will help you see a remarkable improvement in your English skills. After watching this video and applying the method, you will notice a significant change in your English fluency. At EdMask, we will believe that anyone can develop better English speaking skills with the right approach. In fact, over 1600 plus learners have already benefited from this challenge. Whenever we hear someone speaking fluent English, we often feel amazed. It seems as tough English words just flow effortlessly from their mouth. We wonder, do they know every English word by heart? Are they never afraid of making mistake? In the truth is, even fluent English speakers were at the beginning were not perfect at the start. For instance, think about Indian cricketers. Many of them speak poor English when they first join the team. But after giving us several interviews on TV and practicing in front of the media, their spoken English improves significantly. There is no difference between them and you, except that they get regular opportunities to speak in public. This continuous practice helps them polish their skills, but for most of us, such opportunities are rare. You usually only get limited chances during a job interviews, a visa interview, an I speaking test, or perhaps while giving a presentation at work or meeting with international clients. And in such cases, you can't afford to treat these as practical rounds. You can't go to three interviews just to practice and hope to succeed on the fourth one. For you, each opportunity is a do or die moment. That's why the technique I am about to teach you today is so important. If you practice it for about just 10 days, you will be much better prepared for your next real life opportunities, whether it is a job interview, visa interview, language test, or professional presentation. The core idea is to stimulate real life stimulation situations beforehand so that you enter the actual event with more confidence and readiness. This will boost your speaking skills and can increase your chances of success by as much as 5 times. Step 1 is prepare your practice topics. You will need a diary and a pen for this activity. If you are learning English for a specific goal, such as job interviews or a visa interview, start by making a list of 14 topics that are relevant to your goal. If and For example, if you are preparing for a job interview, your topic should include common interview questions that you are likely to be asked. If you can't think of suitable topics on your own, then there is no need to worry. I will provide you with 14 general topics that anyone can use to practice English conversation. First one is tell us about yourself, and the second one is describe your family. Third one is talk about your job or studies. If you are a student or a homemaker, adjust this accordingly. On the fourth point, we will discuss about describe your daily routine. Fifth one is what is your favorite hobby. Then comes the share the most memorable moment of your life. On the seventh note is talk about your favorite reality TV shows. Then it's what were you like as a child. And next is if a guest visits your city, what would you show them? Other one is what is your dream job? 11th one is how do you stay fit? And the 12th one is if you could become invisible for one day, what would you do? If you could be the president of your country for one day, what changes you would make, and then lastly, what do you enjoy most about your life. Next step is write and speak. Each day select just two topics from your list. For each topic, write your answers in your diary, not just bullet points but full sentences with some details. For example, if the question is what is your dream job, write what your dream job is and what it is your dream job. Once you have written your answers, then read them aloud for two times, which means twice. On the third attempt, you have tried to speak the answer without looking at your diary. It is necessary to speak word for word as written, but your spoken answer should be reasonably close to your written version. Step 3 is to practice with a partner. Once you can comfortably speak your answer, it's time to take the next step. Try to practice with a real person. Find someone who can engage with you in English, ideally, someone who can also correct your mistakes and give you feedback. If you do not have anyone around you to practice with, you can use a language learning apps that connect you with native English tutors. On these platforms, you can schedule live video calls with English teachers from countries like the USA, UK, or Canada. During these sessions, you can choose topics to discuss just like the ones you wrote in your diary. Most apps also allow you to record the video calls so you can review them later and observe where you made mistakes. The tutors will not only correct your errors, but they will also help you engage in more natural conversation, thereby improving both your speaking and listening skills. Live demonstration example. Let's say my chosen topic is if I could become invisible for one day, what would I do? First, I would have written down my answer in my diary and practice it a few times, both by reading it and by speaking it from memory. Now I will initiate a video call through the language app and practice this conversation with a native tutor. Demo conversation plays showing an example of how the session. I will start the call and greet the tutor. Hello, how are you? My name is Dash and then I am Dash. Then I will introduce my topic and speak my prepared one. Today I would like to talk about what I would do if I could become invisible for one day. During the call, the tutor will listen, provide feedback, and may ask follow up questions to keep the conversation flowing on the call. This way, you will stimulate a real conversation, which is the best way to develop confidence and fluency. Let's move to our final tips and motivation. After doing this process for 10 days, writing, revising, speaking, and practicing with real person, your English speaking skills will improve significantly. You will feel much more confident and prepared for situations like job interviews and visa interviews and your other interviews like IELTS speaking tests. And you can also boost your business presentations, client meetings, and most importantly, your fear of speaking English will reduce because you will have already practiced many realistic situations in advance on the call and with other speakers. They were not naturally fluent, they practiced consistently, built confidence, and gradually became proficient. So, if you want to achieve the same level of fluency, follow the challenges starting today. At EdMask, we will continue to bring you such practical tips and proven techniques to enhance your English spoken. Subscribe to EdMask so you don't miss out on future any update. Also, leave a comment below telling which part of this technique you found most compelling. Remember, your journey to English fluency starts with taking small steps. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and you will soon see